EPQers. Sorry I'm not with you today. I've been invited on a trip to Runshaw, which is very exciting, of course. So I couldn't say no. What I need you to complete today is an incredibly important activity. Of the students I've seen already who have done this activity, their mid-project reviews are much more detailed, much more focused, and much more likely to access the higher marks. And also it reduces the amount of time that I have to talk to you in your mid-project review, or that your supervisor has to talk to you in your mid-project review. So if you could go on to week 13 in Moodle and download both the PowerPoint slide that is there. Remember, if it says that there's a problem with not enough memory, not enough storage, then you can click save instead of open. It doesn't save, but then it just lets it open for some reason, and we have raised that as a concern with the people who run Moodle, so they're looking into that. Download the PowerPoint slide and also download the Word document with the AO breakdowns on it. So what I need you to do is read through the PowerPoint step by step and just complete the activity. It's as simple as, exactly as it says on the PowerPoint, copying and pasting your mid-project review across to a Word document. Creating a key. You want one colour for AO1, one colour for AO2, one colour for AO3 and one colour for AO4. You then also want a colour for your justifications and a colour for, well, it doesn't matter so much, but also a colour for your edits. So I'd like you to go through and look at every paragraph, every bit of information on your document and highlight it. So have a read of it if you think it's to do with planning, and this is where the assessment objective breakdowns comes in. If you think it's to do with planning, if you think it's AO1, AO2 is evaluation of sources, AO3 is problem solving, creative thinking. Have a look at the breakdown page for that one. And also AO4, which we haven't looked at as much and is not as essential at this point, but it's all about self-reflection, which you can still do in the mid-project review. So if you highlight all of those, and then this is the bit that I found the most useful. So not the highlighting, and it doesn't really matter. The key thing is that I'd rather that you can identify an assessment objective. It doesn't matter if you're thinking, well, it might be planning or it might be source evaluation. The fact that if that's a good thing, I'd rather you have going, oh, it might be this one, it might be that one, than looking at the text and going, I don't think this is related to any of the assessment objectives. If that's the case, you've got huge chunks of white text, you need to delete those, and then you need to think very carefully about what you need to include, what you need to edit, how you need to extend it. The next, so highlight it, AO1, whatever colour you think it might be, and then what I would like you to do is write a justification. And this is the bit I wrote. This model answer I've been using for 4 years. I improve it every year. Every year I see more EPQ projects. So this you'd expect, and it's supposed to be a small section of an A and A star example. Using this technique, I found things to improve my mid-project review. So just bear that in mind, how effective that has been at identifying things. Highlight it the colour that you want, and then underneath write a justification. So as you can see in my PowerPoint, the justification is in black. Sometimes I've just highlighted it and then I've identified it and I've said, well, I think it's for this reason, and I've gone, yeah, that's fine, that's enough evidence. But as you've seen in a few that have white text added to them, I've then gone on to edit them because I've identified what I think they are, and then because of that, and had to provide a justification. In providing the justification, I've gone, wait a minute, I don't think this fully demonstrates what I want it to demonstrate. So I've gone in and I've added more detail, and that's what I would like you to do. Okay. I also want you to have a quick look at, so have a look through the PowerPoint and work each one out. It even explains it. Analysis is where I've highlighted it. Justification wise, I've explained it, and then if I've needed to edit it, I have edited it. So there's 3 things that you should be looking for here. Are there huge chunks of text that are not highlighted at all? Can I get rid of them? Are there bits of it? Is there well, actually only 2, and then the other one would be have I given enough information to show which assessment objective I am wanting to demonstrate here? and if not, you can edit it to extend it. The other thing I suppose you could do as well is look, and if you've only got one assessment objective in there, don't worry. So AO3 is the main one that I would expect, but if you haven't got any evidence of AO1, any evidence of AO2, or any evidence of AO4, then you might want to reflect on that. Also, if you have a look on the information, it's like I said on the assessment breakdowns, the red questions are the absolute key ones you need to consider, so it's just reflecting on that mid-project. And then if you have a look at the final slide in the PowerPoint slide, it also tells you for the next 2 weeks it will be a review week, so I'll be coming around everybody, seeing people I haven't seen already in preparation for their mid-projects if I'm supervisor, seeing people that I will never see because I'm not their supervisor. I'm very interested in your projects and to check everything's okay, and then of course to chat to people who I've already met with to make sure they're comfortable with the modifications and the changes they've got to make moving forward. Christmas is a really significant time for you to, an opportunity for you to get a bit of a chunk of your work done on EPQ, so I'd like you to leave being very ready and prepared for those things. Also, I'm sure this isn't the case for any of you, but if I am, this is where if I am concerned, we can start looking at putting some strategies in place. If you haven't really completed any of the work, how can we move forward from that? What strategies can we put in place? So do have a think. Are there any questions you've got for me? As I have recently been on some training around some of the things that students struggle with, so organisation, focus, all of those things. I might have some activities I can suggest for you.